Здравейте отново!
You've done that already, eh?
Okay, welcome back to Monoglossia's Bulgarian course.
Hello.
So, стъпка по стъпка, level A2, and we have reached lesson 11. Okay, now read the dialogue again and underline the phrases with some and participles ending in l, li. Okay, this will be the present perfect tense. The verb to be, the way in English you have the verb to have, I have been, he has been, we have the verb to be, some bil, I have been, and then a specific form of the verb, what is our past participle that ends in l, or l and some vowel, like we'll see later for the different conjugations. So let's see all of them.
Okay. Сте завършили, сте били, работил съм, не сте писали, забравил съм, сте го учили, съм ходил.
Okay, great. So, we have, for example, работил съм в големи компании. А ти работила ли си? Just a couple of examples, a positive sentence and a question sentence. You see that the form changes according to the person. So, if it's a male speaking, it will be работил съм. If it's a female, работила съм. And in terms of meaning, just like in English, one of its aspects is that it underlines the effect of something that can be felt in the present. I have worked, I have this experience now, I have worked, I have visited some country. Then there is another aspect of it that is very specific to Bulgarian, that really cannot be translated to most Western languages or most languages otherwise, the idea of evidentiality, like were you there when something happened? If you were not there, you cannot use the past simple tense. For example, Alex went for a walk yesterday. I was not with him, I did not see him. I can only say Alex е бил на разходка. I cannot say Alex беше на разходка if I was not with him, if I did not see that.
That's a tough one.
This is not really focused on here, but I'm just kind of throwing this out there, the idea that it matters.
Yeah.
That it matters if you were there or if you remember. For instance, if you were drunk and you don't remember, you will still use this tense. Bил съм там? Oh, I've been there. It will be as if, or when you're talking about when you were a child, for example, проговорила съм на 2 години. I started speaking when I was 2, but I'm not saying it from the point of view of I was there, I remember. I'm saying it as if I wasn't there because I have no way of remembering that. If you do remember stuff from when you were 2 years old, do give a comment. I know there are some people who I don't know some people remember stuff from pretty early on. Yeah, that's then you can use the past simple. Okay, some more detail. Минало неопределено време. Okay, this is the way we call it in Bulgarian. Past unidentified time. Аз съм работил or аз съм работила. Ти си работил or ти си работила. Той е работил, тя е работила, то е работило. Ние сме работили, вие сте работили, те са работили. And in the negative, аз не съм работил or аз не съм работила. Ти не си работил or ти не си работила. Той не е работил, тя не е работила, то не е работило. Ние не сме работили, вие не сте работили, те не са работили. So, as you can see, the form, the past participle changes. So we have l, la, or li, depending on the number and person. So l would be masculine singular or feminine singular, lo, neuter singular, and li is the plural for all genders. Do you have any idea when we can use something like the, the neuter? To e работило. It sounds awkward, right? You would almost never use that. Any idea who that could be or something?
Well, I suppose like if, let's say, translating some work of science fiction or something, and you have like some sentient robot.
Oh, that's a pretty cool take on it. A couple of other things that come to mind is a baby, or boy or girl. We say момче, момиче, and it's neuter. То е работило, момчето е работило. And given that we call someone a boy until they reach like 40,
Yeah.
you can definitely hear that.
It's super confusing sometimes.
Oh, момчето е работило тук. The boy, and we're talking about a 40-year-old man.
Yeah.
The boy has worked here. То е работило. Also, it could be not about a person. It could be like some object, right? Like правителството, like the, I don't know, the government.
Yeah.
То е работило. The government has worked. Okay. And then something that we've seen before, we cannot start with the verb to be. So, аз съм работил в училище. You can skip as, no problem at all. But then you cannot start with some. You cannot say съм работил. You have to switch them and say работил съм в училище. Don't start with the verb to be. Okay, now we have some questions. Аз работил ли съм, or аз работила ли съм, ти работил ли си, or ти работила ли си, той работил ли е, тя работила ли е, то работило ли е, ние работили ли сме, вие работили ли сте, те работили ли са. And finally, one more form would be the reflexive that we talked about in our previous lesson, when we have a particle se or si, usually se for a direct object. For example, the verb to return is reflexive in Bulgarian. It's връщам се, аз се връщам. To put this in the present perfect, we will have аз съм се върнал, or аз съм се върнала. Ти си се върнал, or ти си се върнала. Той се е върнал, тя се е върнала, то се е върнало. Ние сме се върнали, вие сте се върнали, те са се върнали. Okay, some more examples. Работили ли сте в училище? Да, работил съм, or не съм работил. Some is underlined because what's specific here is that the question is asked in the plural because it is the polite form wir. You're talking to one person, but you're using li. You're using the plural form. Работили ли сте? But the person, of course, is not going to respond in the plural about himself. He's going to say работил. Съм, не съм работил. Те върнали ли са се? Да, върнали са се. Не са се върнали. Now we're really talking about more than one person. Той върнал ли се е? Да, върнал се е. Не се е върнал. If we have the question, вие работили ли сте в училище? That could be a question asked to a single person in the polite form or to more than one person in the polite or the regular form. Then we wouldn't differentiate. And the answer depends on the number of people. Да, работил съм. Yes, I have worked. Да, работили сме. Yes, we have worked. Okay, some work for you. Transform the verbs following the model. We have the past simple, минало свършено време, and you have to give минало свършено причастие, the past participle. You need to give the past participle only without the verb to be.
Sure. So the example ходил.
Can you read the past form as well?
ходих, ходил, ходила, ходило, ходили.
Can I just tell you an interesting fact? You know what ходила with the accent on A is? It's the soles of the feet, you know. That would be ходила, моите ходила, my soles.
Interesting.
No, аз съм ходила. I have walked. I have
Ходила.
been. Yeah.
Better?
Yeah, sure, no worries.
Ходила. So, учих, учил, учила,
Not очила, учила.
учила, учило, учил, учили. Говорих, говорил, говорила, говорило, говорили. Работих, работил, работила, работило, работили. Пих, пил, пила, пило, пили. I know that one quite well.
I'll tell you something later.
Yeah. Готвих, готвил, готвила, готвило, готвили. Правих, правил, правила, правило, правили.
You know what правила are? Правила. It's rules. Правила на игра.
So, правила.
Правила. Yeah,
Правила.
that's fine. I'm not implying you said it wrong.
Yeah.
Just slightly.
Okay.
I'm joking.
Писах, писал, писала, писал, писали. Играх, играл, играла, играло, играли. Пътувах, пътувал, пътувала, пътувало, пътували. Гледах, гледал, гледала, гледало, гледали. Слушал, слушах, слушал, слушала, слушала, слушали. Живях, живял, живяла, живяло, живели.
Okay, great. So what I wanted to tell you about pil, drank, the past participle, drank, drink, drank, drunk. To give an example of a sentence in Bulgarian that's absolutely untranslatable, we say "Bil sam se napil I sam se bil," which will be like they say. That's the only way you can make this clear in English because it implies you were not there or you don't remember. It's like they say I got drunk and I got into a fight. Bil sam se napil I sam se bil. Bil, yeah, bil is actually the past participle of sam, to be, and of bia, to beat. Sam se bil. Anyway, that's actually the past perfect, not the present perfect. Това беше всичко. Благодарим ви, че ни гледахте и че ни следите. Моля, харесайте, споделете, оставете коментар и ще се видим скоро. Чао! It's alive.